So Phil, the top 500 companies are going to be legislated on the carbon policy. What happens to the rest of us?
Well, no one's going to be immune from the law, and we should make that quite clear. Even though the top 500 companies are going to be covered by legislation, they're the ones that initially are going to be impacted by a carbon tax, and then eventually they're going to fall into the carbon trading through a cap and trade system, which is going to work a lot more effectively, believe it or not, than a tax. The law is going to filter all the way down to the individual small businesses. I mean, the ACCC have been very, very clear in saying that companies who are going to pass the cost of carbon tax on better make damn sure that they really got that absolutely rock solid. So the first thing I would say, when you're commenting on the 500 are covered by legislation, we are all covered by legislation in so much as that we can't lie about the carbon tax. The 500 are going to be covered by initially the direct tax and then by cap and trade. But it's really important that the rest of the community, the rest of the printing industry, the smash repairers and the air conditioning companies and all the others make sure that they don't have furphy price increases that are basically, this is a direct result of the carbon tax. So the law will extend all the way down. But I get the drift of your question is more to do with the separation between those top 500 and all the others. And we should recognise that I think it's something like 98% of Australian businesses are less than 20 employees. So the SMEs and very small businesses make up the vast majority of companies in Australia, just as they do in Germany and the US and the UK and everywhere around the world. Small businesses are the core of society. Well, they're going to exist in what we call the voluntary market. And the voluntary market is basically, if you like, one that I call the market of rhetoric. That's the market where small companies can put their hand on their heart and say, we are doing everything we possibly can to make ourselves clean and green. But they're not covered by law. They do that voluntarily. They don't have to. There's no requirement that they are green. There's no requirement that they reduce their emissions. If they don't reduce their emissions, they will be, if they have inefficient printing machines or they have, massively big air conditioners where they don't need them, they're going to face with increased electricity costs. And so their efficiency is going to be through costs, through just using too much electricity.